Something stray in... Oh, this is actually going to be in Solution 9. Demajen, I've been looking all over for you. Apologies for the lack of pleasantries, but there's precious little time to spare. A curious anomaly has wormed its way into living memory, and we fear it could pose a terrible threat if left alone. Please, you must help us. Wait, into living memory? Wonderful. Oblivion is lucky to count you among its allies. Let's reconvene at the Gate of Remembrance then. I can explain more there. Oh, but fair warning. You may not be able to recognise me at first glance. I say, that's an outfit. You may not be able to recognise me at first glance. Well, now I'm intrigued. There's kind of an echo of the music here. But only a little, and it's gone now. Aha! There you are, Demajen. Hello, Nostalgia. It's me, Nostalgia. Surprised? Mr. Aldragon, Oblivion's been allocating its resources to an investigation of living memory. Utilising Kikua's technology, we developed remote control sentries operable from the bathroom. Back room. So our surveys are both safe and efficient. To think that this will once later ever keep summits. I cannot help but wonder if a shade of my father ever resided in this grand city of the Endless. Forgive me, I did say I'd explain the circumstances behind all this. During an earlier survey of the area, I encountered one of the Endless. He claimed to be one of the city's caretakers and offered me a guided tour. I accepted, thinking I could conduct my observations at the same time, but that's when we discovered the anomaly. A rift in the very fabric of living memory. I'm sure you'd rather see it to yourself to believe it, though. Let's make for the Esperance wheels first. Constancy, the Endless who guided me, that is, should still be there on duty. Why is he still here? Why is anyone still here? The whole point was that they would be gone. Also, what's with these glowing golden lights? Which seem to be guiding us, actually. Oh. Constancy here knows everything there is to know about Yesterland, including the new anomaly, I'd wager. So that's why he wasn't here. A warm Yesterland welcome to you, my friend, or should I say welcome back? I had not expected you to return as our anomaly-slaying volunteer. I do hope I was able to make your first visit to the Gate of Remembrance a special one. Your associate here informed me of what occurred afterwards, namely Her Majesty's regrettable demise. In fact, I harbour no ill will against you. I, for one, would not wish to remain endless at the cost of such terrible sacrifice to worlds beyond. Though your efforts saw the city's terminals deactivated, I somehow remain. Still, I'm grateful for my survival, as it allowed me to discover this peculiar phenomenon. A lost district of living memory lies beyond this rift, you see. I previously informed you that our beautiful city was comprised of 4 areas, but this was not always the case. Numerous others once thrived until one day our reality was irrevocably altered in an attempt to bridge our world to others, and several districts were consumed in the process. Among the areas lost was a resplendent amusement district known as Dreamborough. This rift, however, allows us access through its streets once more. Dreamborough. We took a cursory gander at the place for ourselves since we were curious to know what became of it. But there's nothing amusing about it. Quite the opposite, actually. We were promptly chased out by a horde of angry ghosts. After decades disconnected from living memory's ether supply, we must assume that the Endless who resided there are no more. The once idyllic atmosphere has been marred by a dismal shroud, and I dare say our poor Dreamborough has warped itself into a place of nightmares. It has returned to us as a lost soulwood longing for connection. The beings within have come to call it the Strayborough Deadwalk. Now that it's reconnected with living memory, its presence is a risk to the city. So we'd like you to brave the Deadwalk and shed some light on this mystery. Present a risk to the city mystery. I think I read that wrong. Leave it to me! You have my thanks. I regret that I cannot give you a tour of the place myself, but know that I shall be with you in spirit. Literally. Strayborough Dustwalk. Deadwalk. Now accessible. Well, that sounds very interesting, doesn't it? Very interesting indeed. Oh, we haven't seen this in a while. Bit of reused stock footage, I guess. Although, with lighting differences. In we go. It's so purple. Yes, the Tempest hasn't changed. And Automatoise kind of hasn't changed, realistically. Okay. Hi all. Let's get rid of that. This is also FF9 music, isn't it? Yeah, it is, because otherwise I wouldn't recognise it. Oh, okay, that's what Disesteem does. It's a big old column line attack. I should have actually probably read the ability, shouldn't I? I didn't. Because that would have been sensible. I wish they thought of me doing that. Stray babbler? Are you not entertained? Sorry, I just turned them round onto my party members. Oops. Gate opens. Gate opens. There's some cool jaunty things in the background. we actually have DPS-wise? Viper and a Dancer. I seem to be doing okay with aggro. I feel like I'm struggling. What is that? Incidentally, I'm getting a lay for the land here, so I mean, don't get me wrong, wall-to-wall pulls are all well and good, but if you don't know what you're going to come up against... His Royal Headness, Leonog the First. Oh, great. Creepy dolls. Join us. Bow down. What the F is it? Oh my god, it's a giant stitched together cat thing. Well, that's creepy as bleep. Uh-oh. I'm assuming... Oh, they just dropped. Behold, your noggin is made new. Oh, they've been given heads. Haha. Oh. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward to deal with. Oh, I've been targeted by... Okay, the purple things give vuln stacks. Oh. Okay, some more interesting mechanics than perhaps we've seen for a while. Oh, okay, if they touch you, they bind you. Oh no, I've been benoggined. What does it do? Reducing movement speed. Can't use actions. Oh god, more vuln stacks. Those bombs. Oh, I've been benoggined again. Please just let me kill you. Let me kill you. Ah, dear. Oh, I've been bound. Damn it. Oh, I'm stuck here now. Oh, no. Haha, we win! Jeez. Whew. I assume we're going this way. Casting choker, 690. The Frolicking Grounds is your whimsical stage. Do be careful not to lose your whatever that said. And merrily we shall go. Oh, okay. Right, let's Oh, does it only change to what's it if we are under the effect of shadow? Okay, this may have been a mistake. No, never mind. Oh, all right. Yeah, it may only change to disesteem if we... Oh, we ignore the barrier. Okay. Animals. Okay, this is a bit of a run. Paper hands. Great. Oh, there's many a thing here. Oh, and I've taken Living Dead off my bars, haven't I? Because I replaced it with the ether compass. That's not smart of me, is it? I should probably put that back on. Though, to be fair, I wasn't expecting to tank any dungeons, so... Yeah, that's a pretty meaty... Oh no, Living Dead's there. Let's swap that over. This way. Jack in the Pot. Trouble in teacups. Okay. He's doing a thing. Okay, so one of them will explode. Do they go back to where they were previously, or...? I think this is some of the most inventive they've been with mechanics. Oh no, do not stand on me! Yeah, this is some of the most interesting mechanics I think we've had in a while. Okay, clearly we don't know what the tell is for that yet. Right, this is the poison tea. Not a lot of space for this, is there? Balloons? Whee! Ah, this dungeon's been cool. Oh, there's another enemy there who I haven't seen. Oh, donuts. I noticed that they're adding quite a few of these. In fact, they're adding quite a lot of AoE stuff to the trash packs. I wonder if it's to make it a little bit more frantic for the inevitable wall-to-wall pulling. Because I'd do that if I was in charge, and I got tired of hearing the players ridicule us for the challenging dungeons that they never found very challenging. You know, adding a little bit of risk. Wouldn't say no to. You are a formidable slayer of ghosts, but heavy the strength the best their master. Oh! Somebody's left some mimics. And stray puppets? Oh, that's creepy. Oh, good. Calcabrina dolls. And the tables want to join in. Oh, and they do. That eye attack only hits the cone, doesn't it? So it doesn't matter if you're looking at them when you're behind them, I think. I'm not sure. They are hitting quite hard, though. And a lot. Is there something I can do about this? Or is it just a case of you gotta kill him? Look, it's a case of you just gotta kill him. Final boss. Heed my words, and together we shall end his reign of terror. This is just weird. Oh, hi. That's nice texture work. Kingu Daylit Nightmare Traumerai. Okay. He's almost Hades-like with his wings. Bitter regrets. Oh, that's a cool effect. And this is edges. Poltergeist. Oh. Do we need to? Okay, that's... Oh, it's got a puzzle element! Great! As soon as those ticks go off, it's like, oh, wonderful. Yeah. A ward against the living. Oh, I see. So you have to, when it's against the living, you have to be stood on the platforms. Okay. So, oh, I understand. This is mechanically rich. Unfortunately, the healer's dead. Against spirits. Okay. That's cool. But I'm going to die from... Okay. Okay. Ah, excuse me. Yeah, that's got some really interesting mechanics. They're probably gonna trip you up a fair chunk on your first go, but after that, you know, once you know the fight's gimmick, and it is a gimmick, and it's a good one. So yeah, I mean the tells are pretty clear. It's assuming you know what they mean. But yeah, the going through walls thing is pretty darn cool. Yeah. I understand now. Ward against spirits, so we need to be corporeal for this. Otherwise you will get one shot. One thing I haven't noticed is whether we do less... Oh, that's sides. Okay. Ward against the living, which I am not anymore. I understand. Okay. Oh, shit. That's center. We're fine. Yeah. I don't know if this actually does any damage. I haven't checked. It does. Right, this is the... yeah. I thought I'd moved too early then. Haven't. Ward against the living. Yeah, quite a lot of mechanical depth for a dungeon. Let's do that. Ward against spirits. That shoots faster than I was expecting it to. The arms do unfortunately shoots. They do kind of impede the camera a little bit. That was a really cool dungeon. It's an interesting almost successor to Hawk Manor, really. Commander. Oh yeah, I haven't used the alpaca whistle. Also, I've got a fending choker. Nice. Okay, that was a very entertaining dungeon. I enjoyed that a great deal. Yeah, a good chunk more mechanical depth than I was expecting there to be. Yes, that was a surprising dungeon. I mean, it makes sense, does it not, that it's, you know, dark and spoopy and full of ghosts and stuff, but surprisingly lively. But I guess that was the point. It was an amusement park. I wonder what the brief was for that dungeon. You know, did somebody just have an idea and tell YoshiP that I want to do this? And it was like, okay. You're back. Was the Dreadwalk as haunting as we expected? Let me get this straight. You met a disturbed mascot, attended a twisted tea party, was assaulted by a skywheel and a merry-go-round, then fought for your life in a haunted house. Yes. The Endless House, to be precise, and with that my suspicions are confirmed. In the days when Dreamborough yet flourished, the Endless House often held plays with volunteers from the audience. These volunteers would be cast as the story's heroes and tasked with rescuing a captive princess from Traumerei, Lord of Nightmares. That sounds awfully similar to Demajen's experience. Precisely. Thus, I believe the Dreadwalk's monstrous residents were given life by the lingering memories of the Endless who once called it home. As its name once implied, the district was built for those Endless who loved to dream. The theme park itself likely gained a mind of its own. Over the years, perhaps it too harboured the hope that a hero would grant its former citizens final, desperate wish for freedom and for home. So, as I understand it, when Queen Sphene and Zoraljah first attempted interdimensional fusion, a few areas within living memory suddenly vanished into the rift, including Dreamborough. And as the endless souls within began to fade, their memories and desires fused with the very essence of their home to turn the Deadwalk into what it is now. Considering the timing, we have to assume the district's reconnection is due to Her Majesty's last attempt at interdimensional fusion. And with Traumerei gone, those lost souls should finally be able to rest in peace. I'm not entirely certain, but the rift did close upon Demajen's return. I can only hope your hypothesis is truth and their role in that hollow performance has concluded. As has mine, I suspect. Long have I served as a guide, eager to bring joy to every visitor who passed through living memory's golden gates. But I see now why I remained. I was meant to perform this final act of guidance, to lead you both to these lost dreamers. I do not wish to dampen the mood, of course, so I shall take my leave, but I could not be prouder to serve my fellow citizens. I could not be happier that you were my final guests. Farewell, my friends, and thank you, truly. It's almost like we had to force a smile there. I pity him. And I think it's best to let him go. We should return to Solution 9. Your good deeds still need to go rewarded after all. I'll meet you back there. As my real self this time. Oh dear. In many ways, this expansion, especially the second half of this expansion, but this expansion has been about letting things go. About how, realistically, we're not very good at letting things go. You know, Zeraljar needed to let go of the fact that he felt inferior. Akul Jar Jar needed to let go of the need to see the blessed siblings elevated, and to let go of his father's. In fact, his father and mother needed to let go of that expectation. Wuklamat needed to let go of her bluster and her potential feelings of insecurity. Conan needed to let go of his stoic appearance and demeanour. Galul Jar Jar needed to let go of his throne. Only after he was satisfied that it could be, you know, taken over. And Sphene, of course, needed to let go of her desire to protect her people at all costs and let somebody else do it for her. And of course, all the people of living memory needed to let go. Erenville needed to let go of his mother. Kryl needed to let go of her parents. I mean, admittedly, she didn't know that she was going to have to do that. But a job well done, Demajen. With the Deadwalk anomaly taken care of, Oblivion can return to its regular surveys of living memory. We'll have to decide carefully how best to handle the former haven of the Endless, but I do know one thing for sure. It's our duty to uncover the mysteries at the heart of living memory, what it was made for and what horrors kept it running, so that we never repeat those mistakes. I'd like to think that's what the lost souls there would have wanted as well, and that's what will drive me forward. Thank you again for your help and safe travels out there. It's a really difficult, in some ways, storyline to kind of nail down my feelings on. Not my thoughts on, my feelings on. And I often find that with the best antagonists, or the antagonists that have got the best kind of reasons for what they are doing, it can be really difficult to accept the fact that they have been defeated. You know, I know and understand and appreciate that Emmett Selk was not a good person. The things that he did were not good things. And yet we still feel the absence of him because he was such a good character. And I think Sphene is very much the same. Yes, we haven't spent anywhere near as much time with Sphene. And yes, I felt at the start that there was something very off and uncanny about her. And yet, now she is gone, there is a void. And this could just be tied to the absence of an obvious antagonist. But there is a void where, you know, she's gone. And yet her memory lives on in her people. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I was going to try and keep the expert dungeon stuff and my continuous musings on the MSQ separate, but clearly I've not managed to do that in the slightest. Is there anything new? Yeah. Automatoise! I said I wanted that as a mount. Oh, 3200. That won't take long to get at all. Woohoo! I mean, admittedly, I've just spent 7.5 million gil on a bike. So maybe I shouldn't get too excited about choosing something else. I have been surprised by the quality of the side quests in terms of... I think it's just the nature of the story is what it boils down to. Just that 30-year time separation and the real contrast between Solution 9 and Tuliolol. You know, the north-south divide was already interesting enough, but obviously the technology versus the traditional is just something that I find really interesting and, in my opinion, very well done. And it is because of that I've done the side quests in Solution 9. I'm going to go and do the ones in Living Memory as well. And if you look at, you know, if I was to go to pretty much any of the previous expansions, almost all of the zones have just got all the side quests left to do, because I don't feel the XP per time spent is really quite right. But the stories are almost always very good, realistically, for what they are. But it's just that extra little flavour for me that has kept them more interesting. I wonder, because I still, obviously, I'm still recording on the afternoon of finishing the MSQ. I'm wondering what people are saying about the use of Alexandria. You know, I know a lot of people were... Because obviously with Garnet and Ark being the collector's edition stuff, there was a lot of stuff about, oh, FF9 related. And I can't remember how much of that... Did I see something about it on social media, or was it mentioned in a live letter, one of the earliest ones? No, that we should think about FF9. I can't remember. As I said, I haven't watched the last couple. Hello, Zeichan. It belongs in a museum. This strange man is staring at you intently. Perhaps too intently. Demajen at last! You have no idea how long I waited here, hoping we might finally meet. There is a matter of utmost importance I simply must have your assistance with. But introductions are in order. I am Zishan, Professor of Archaeology at the Studium. At the behest of the former head of Reason, I was invited to oversee various archaeological expeditions throughout Tural. I heard from a little bird in Volkshunsha that you, a most renowned adventurer, had made your way to the continent, and could think of no better individual to aid me in uncovering its history. As a matter of fact, I've already made a most fascinating discovery in the world of Shaktural. I chartered a balloon to examine a point of interest in Shalona, you see, and soon discovered ruins which have been unseen for nigh a millennium. Surely Lady Luck is on my side, I thought, but alas, things soon took a turn for the worse. In the spirit of inquiry, I hired a group of mercenaries for protection and made my first foray into the area, but we were no more than halfway through before a host of fierce fiends barred our approach. Truth be told, it is a miracle we even made it out alive. Yet for a seasoned explorer like you, I dare say delving into the deepest recesses of such ruins unharmed would be child's play. What do you say? Would you aid my investigation and embark on this new adventure? I knew you wouldn't disappoint. The ruins lie beyond the river, north of Lake Tuari in Shaloni. Let us continue our conversation there. That's a dungeon, isn't it? That's one of the two expert dungeons, would be my guess. Wonderful, you're here. History lost to the ages lies in the valley just upstream. It is a landscape unlike any other, teeming with the sabotenders. Oh, great. Of all shapes and sizes, I call it Tender Valley. Okay. Doubtless the ruins have remained untouched for all these years due to its barbed environs. After all, none would wish to become the victim of their thousand needles. It's a cactuar dungeon. Great. Although I believe the ruins nested deep within the valley to be Yokhoi in origin, a closer inspection revealed motifs even I could not recognise. There's a new discovery waiting to be found within, I'm sure of it. Alas, the defense mechanisms protecting it were far too much for the mercenaries I hired. You'd be wise not to underestimate them yourself. Lest I forget, you should know that I dropped some of my notes concerning the expedition during my escape. If you'd know of my findings, I encourage you to search for the records during your exploration. I shall await your return here, and I entrust to you the honour of discovering the unknowns which lie within. Oh, it's called Tender Valley. Okay. At the behest of Zayachan, Professor of Archaeology at the Studium, you are tasked with venturing into a valley swarming with sabotenders. In the furthest reaches of this gorge of succulence lie the remnants of an ancient structure believed to be of Yokhui origin. But if you are to discover what mysteries dwell within, you must first survive the innumerous needles of the valley's denizens. Average item level 670. Well, we're good with that. Right. Tender Valley. I just started reading up on what people's opinions of the expansion are. I've been pretty much spot on, it seems. A lot of people moaning about Wuklemat. A lot of people saying that it's really boring. That it doesn't get any better. That the latter's start. Okay, if you found this boring, that's very much a you issue, I think. But it is what it is. You know, taste is subjective. I did also see one person saying that the writing was objectively bad, and that really annoys me because some people just do not understand what the word objective means. Yeah, if something is objectively bad, it means that nobody can disagree with it, that it is scientific fact. And the fact that I very much enjoyed the writing, for the most part, I'm gonna say it's you know, it's all superlative all the time. But if I can say I enjoyed the writing, then it is not objectively bad. It's just not how the English language works. Yeah. Well, I was trying to stun at them, but that wasn't happening. Yes, saying you didn't like the writing is absolutely fine. Saying you didn't like the characters is absolutely fine. Saying Dawntrail is struggling because the writing is objectively bad is just you projecting. If nothing else, that is just you just being wrong. It's just not how the language works. Saying I thought the writing was bad, fine. Saying the writing is objectively bad, not fine. But again, that's the entitlement factor, isn't it? And you know, coming off the back of Shadowbringers and Endwalker, yeah, it's a very different pace and a very different tone. Ow! Okay, don't stand in that then. Yeah, I knew people, and I've said this before, I knew people were going to have issues with the fact that we're not the main character. But I think people forget that we weren't the main character for most of the previous arc either. You know, we were a random adventurer for most of it. I get it. It's not what people wanted. So be it. I thought it was perfectly fine. But saying it's the worst expansion, that it's worse than Stormblood, bullshit. In my opinion. Stormblood is, for me, the weakest of the expansions. Although, to be fair, not necessarily because of the story. It was weak because of the pacing and how everything was. God, these guys have got some health, haven't they? Yeah. Stormblood was off because of its pacing, because of ping-ponging back and forth, and because it had a particularly one-note villain, in my opinion. But a lot of people found Xenos refreshing for whatever reason. Can't see it myself, but that's fine. Okay, healer's dead, so this is a probably a loss. Boing! Barrel tender. Look at ourselves. Ah. Oh, okay. So you don't want to get pushed back into those. Fair enough. Well, neither of these can res us, so. It's an interesting prairie-like zone, isn't it? Nice. Barbed bellow. Oops. Need to do that. Does he just pose after? He does, doesn't he? Shits. Oh god, that... Okay, so you need to... So you need to get yourself pushed as far away as you can for that, it seems. Quickly left. Oh. Okay, so again, extra bits of mechanic with things expanding. Okay, that one's more straightforward. Blunk. Yeah, that's a fairly particular mechanic. kind of feel like my DPS is lacking here. I mean, my DPS is almost certainly lacking all the time, but specifically, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I'm dead. Oh no, I lived. Didn't expect to live through that, but I did. I feel like this dungeon is... Oh shit, I've done it again. It gives you just enough time to realise that you've f***ed up there, which is nice. It feels a chunk like this one is more challenging. Although it's possible that because I tanked the previous one, and my DPS is just shocking. Ugh. I'll have to come back and read all the... I do like it when they get these little things. Whee! Oh, snack! What the hell are these? Oh, the weapons? Blood. FFXIV. Oh, and another stretch of down. Are we running? We are running. I think I'm not going to bother looking at what other people are saying anymore, because I think I'm just gonna get annoyed, because obviously the internet works these days on hatred and misery, and I think all it's ever going to recommend to show me are people that are angry or upset or whatever, because that, you know, people that are enjoying it are going to be continuing to enjoy it. What is this? Also, what is this arena? What? Oh, okay, bombs. Bomb in the hole. Right, bomb in the hole and AoEs. Right, that's just an AoE. Itchy eye. Oh, that knocks you back. Shit. Okay, mechanically, again. A much denser set of mechanics than I think I've been used to for a while. Which is cool, because it means the dungeons are going to be more interesting to run, although it does mean that they'll be slower. Damn it. Ow. Yeah, getting used to this mechanic is going to be an interesting one. Can I get a heal? Oh no, it's the healer that's dead. What? Yeah, I was still in it when the cast was going off. I'm not quite understanding how the things are linked yet. So if it goes in a grass, I can't see properly here yet either. So it doesn't seem to line up with these tracks as well as I thought it was going to. Right. So yellow is... so it depends on whether they go into the hole or not. If it goes into the hole and falls down, it's not an issue for the circle ones. Yeah, warriors can sell those probably. This warrior's going to warrior. Right. So where it lands on the grey, that's the centre of the line? No. So what is causing the going along the... I don't understand what's causing what. Oh, is he going to survive? Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm really confused by that fight. I gotta admit. Ooh, what? What the? Is this the Great Worm of Ronka? It's got some more of these. which are reminiscent of Ronkin style stuff. What am I getting hit with? Confused there. Uh-oh. Oh. It's a conveyor floor. I thought it was going to be some weird trap thing. Obviously the expert dungeons will get easier as we make, you know, gear upgrades in progress. Of course we haven't got access to... Oh, this is going to be a hiding behind rocks thing? One assumes... So again, deliberately designed to bring to mind what's its face? The Ronka dungeon. That's actually the boss, isn't it? Isn't that like the second boss? Or the first boss? One of the two. Giant pots. Oh. Breaking giant pots. What's in the pots? Oh god. The greatest serpent of Tumal. Inexplicable entity. Yes, okay, game. Okay. I'm noting the floor. Bouncy council. Okay, so they rock back and forth. degrees of fury? This is not what I expected at all, but... Okay, these rotate. Yeah, they're really upping it with the different and new mechanics. You feel a longing to vacate your mortal coil? Oh, okay. Oh. Right, so it's make your way to the designated safe zone. Again, definitely more complexity. A giant ooze? Blood? Ah, I see. So we want to move out of the sludge. That was not what I meant to do. All of this will become second nature and easy once you've done it a few times, probably. But seeing the mechanics for the first time. Moist summoning? Moist. Yeah, so you want to put it in the middle as much as possible. And then we can... Whew. Okay, that was, yeah, that's just, oh dear. I really enjoyed that, but that got a lot of mechanics, and I like that. I like that a lot. I don't think I got anything of use. No, I got a slaying bracelets. What is it? Yeah, that was a cool dungeon. I like that. I like that a great deal. It's slower, I think. It's a slower dungeon experience than maybe people are used to. You know, even in Endwalker, you know, the dungeons straight away, the expert dungeons, they weren't super hard. You know, they got some kind of hard hittingness to them because, you know, we've got barely any gear yet. But that was mechanically more challenging than dungeons have been in ages. You return and with nary a needle to be seen. Yeah, and it took 30 minutes, which is long for a normal dungeon, a player dungeon. With nary a needle to be seen. I experienced them firsthand myself. The pain was simply indescribable. That said, once it subsided, I was surprised to find that the lower back pain, which had ailed me for years, completely vanished. Oh, I wish that were true. I've got to have needles put in my back at some point this year. I'm not looking forward to that. I've tried to put it off for a very long time. But anyway. Now tell me of your expedition. I wish to hear everything. What did you see? What was hidden deep within those ruins? Something unnameable. Something best left well alone. I see. How truly remarkable to think that the structures of a separate civilization lie in the depths of the Yokhui ruins, and at their deepest point, a great serpentine creature awaited. This is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a significant discovery regarding Shaktural's history. Tell me, what thoughts have you concerning the valley's depths? I've no doubt there were many gospels that foretold the great serpent's majesty. Seemed special, I guess. It reminded me of the ancient Ronkan ruins I saw in another world. I wonder if you can only get... I wonder if you can only get that if you've done the side quest about the Great Serpent of Ronka. That would be really funny. You know the legendary inscription said to be writ by an illustrious Yokhui of Eld? I'm most impressed. I've yet to fully decipher them, but my, if the creature described in chapter 56 verse 3 is in fact the Great Serpent, this is a most intriguing discovery indeed. Based on the descriptions, it's likely the ancient Yokhui simultaneously feared and revered this serpent of unfathomable power, and after encountering it, constructed the temple to conceal it from the world. This may be the final element which proves my life's work, a theory, the eerie resemblance of the Reflections civilizations. In my capacity as a professor at the studium, I've taken the liberty of reading the science report concerning the source, its reflections, and the civilizations therein for myself. Their findings indicate that the Sundering diminished mankind's intelligence to that of beasts. The flourishing civilization of the ancients was forgotten, and the peoples of each reflection set out on separate paths, forging disparate civilizations of their own. Yet can we say that these civilization worlds apart are truly so different? If we all come from one shared ancient heritage, would it not be natural that the development of each society and culture bears similarities to one another? What I'm trying to say is that it's entirely possible a society which predates the Yokhui and bears similarities to ancient Ronka once existed in the source. Naturally, it is necessary to conduct further research regarding how twin civilizations born in two separate worlds developed under entirely different environments. Nevertheless, your discovery today has provided further proof of the plausibility of my theory. You should go and talk to Stola. On that subject, I would ask you to join me on another adventure, one markedly less fraught with danger. As one who's traversed beyond the rifts to the first, your knowledge and insight concerning ancient Ronka are invaluable. I would journey to Warlord's Echo and speak with the chronicler of the Yahui, that I may learn of their legends. Who knows? We may just discover some striking parallels to the culture of ancient Ronka. That's not how I was expecting this to go. At all. And to be fair, I've been saying that about pretty much everything in the expansion, so... I really need to get on my bike for that. I am pleased to see you made it, Demajen. I came by alpaca. Oh, I haven't even used my alpaca yet. And for a blessing, felt no pain in my lower back the entire ride. Perhaps the medicinal applications of sabotending needles is a field deserving of further study. Ahem. A subject for another time, perhaps. The personage before us is the self-same individual who informed me that the Yahui ruins may exist in Shalane. They looked after me when I came here previously to conduct fieldwork, and I'm an extraordinarily erudite individual, well versed in ancient legends. Tell me, my friend, based on what I've shared with you, were you able to find any commonalities between the legends of your people and the ruins we discovered in Shaktural? Excluding those concerning disease, precious few stories of our ancestors who travelled north have been passed down. But, for the valiant warrior who brought the sky ruin low, I would share with you a story regarding the Great Serpent, one we normally would not disclose to outsiders. Please, follow me to the indelible passage. The mule shall explain all. Oh? Oh? Woo! Boink, 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 boink. Alpacas, of course, can fly. Penguins can't fly, but alpacas can. Oh, we're going all the way over there. Okay. Yes, I'm quite taken aback actually by the increase in mechanical levels that have been present in the dungeons and trial of this expansion. Not so much at the start of the expansion, the lower level dungeons, but certainly these expert dungeons and the last couple of dungeons in trial were a little heavier mechanically than we've been used to. I think that's really good. I think that's going to impress and entertain the kind of higher end raiders and stuff like that have found the stuff quite easy, both mechanically and damage wise. But also it will probably frustrate some people who have been used to the status quo for a long time and just being able to coast through the dungeons. I suspect there will be calls for some nerfs. A legend concerning the Great Serpent is hidden within this mule. I gaze carefully upon it as I weave for you an ancient tale. Long, long ago, a sect of our ancestors forged north. There, deep within a valley, they discovered the remains of an ancient temple. Its inhabitants had long perished, and the purpose for which the structure existed was itself an enigma. Yet when our forebears finally delved into its furthest recesses, they discovered a great serpent deep in slumber. Has it been painted over? Or? It should be noted, our people revere serpents as divine creatures who govern the boundary between worlds. To behold one of such immense power dormant there within the ruins, they believed it best to build a temple around its chambers and offer prayers for its divine protection. Yet in the ensuing years, our people were plagued by disease. Time and again, our ancestors offered supplication for divine assistance, but no matter how fervent their prayers, the great serpent never deigned to answer them. In the end, a great many of our forebears withdrew from the northern lands, and the most devout worshippers of the great serpent remained, but they too would eventually withdraw in a sombre procession, having buried too many brothers and sisters. The sect who remained prayed for the Great Serpent's awakening. They prayed for a salvation that would never come. Yet why should it awaken now? And what incited its aggression? Was it simply by chance that it roused in so foul a mood? Or is there perhaps some underlying reason we've yet to uncover? The devout who hold vigil of the temple held this belief. When the Great Serpent doth awaken, its coil shall envelop the world. In other words, the creature's discovery was itself a pretext to legitimize their territorial expansion north. Yet their prayers fell on deaf ears. Only now, before our benefactor has the Great Serpent finally awoken. A peculiar but altogether fascinating turn of events. If the being you encountered truly was divine, mayhap it is you who shall receive its blessings. If we consider that our friend here, a traveller capable of crossing the rift betwixt worlds, was blessed by a being who governs that boundary, would that not fit the interpretation held by the sect who remained? At any rate, Demajen's testimony and the legends of the Yahui shall go a long way in verifying my theory. If I can gather sufficient evidence that these two civilizations, worlds apart, share fundamental values and prove my thesis, our outlook on history shall be irrevocably changed. Mayhap even an entire new field of study shall be pioneered. Does the inception of civilization and its infancy bear similarities in each reflection? Was there some localized connection between them, such as a planar fissure? Or perhaps there was some all-powerful keeper of whispers peering through the veil? Just thinking about what it is that connects us across the rift gets my heart racing. I certainly have my work cut out for me, and now that you've made the ruins safe, I may resume my expedition and, perhaps more importantly, continue writing my thesis. Master Chronicler, Demajen, I cannot thank either of you enough for your cooperation this day. I know not where my research will take me. I have no doubt my pursuit of the mysterious and miraculous will see us cross paths again. How mysterious / silly. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric. Well, I think we are done. That looks very cumbersome. Yes, I think we are done with Dawntrail 7.0. Obviously, I've got hunts that I can go and do. I've got side quests that I can unlock. I've got the roll quest things I can do. That is that's for another day. I've done a lot of recording today, and more importantly, I've only got about 200 gig of hard drive space left. So I need to go and edit. Oh boy. Go and edit Act 2 together. Act 1's done. Act 1 in 4 parts. I do not know whether that was a good idea or not. My MSQ for Endwalker was 63, I think it was, parts. But to be fair, I split that up into 1 or 2 quests per episode. Doing it this way, I don't know if it's better. Either way, it won't make any difference because by the time this video comes out, that will all be sorted. I might put a poll up on YouTube, see what people think. Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. An expansion with a lot of heart, a lot of things that I really liked, but by the sound of it, somewhat mixed reception after Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and that is utterly understandable, but it is what it is. As a setup, as the start of a new story, I'm intrigued as to where they are going to go with it. I'm intrigued as to whether the Arcadian is going to offer us any insights into the further story direction. But otherwise, we're just going to have to wait until 7.1, aren't we, to find out whether the crown is going to have some significance, or what. Of the two expert dungeons, which was your favourite? Let me know down in the comments below. Look forward to the role quests when I get round to them. To be fair, that may take a while because I haven't done the Endwalker ones yet. Have a great day, folks. Thank you very much for sticking with this and for putting up with my rantiness at times. Well, not so much at times, but in this video particularly. Cheerio! Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.